everybody. Folks, we are back playing Criminal Case Save the World. Only truth remains. We're actually going to figure out who killed Mikhail Karamazov in St. Petersburg. And as we're recording this video, I just finished up Chapter 3 of Case 9 of the conspiracy. So I'm going on to do this first. Let's go. Seriously, Jacob, this investigation is like living in a Russian novel. Not only do we have a civil note named Karamazov murdered by a blunt force trauma, but we have the supposed Russian royal as a suspect. Sergeant Jacob, I had a vision that you could close the case. This victim has a message for you, Sergeant Jacob. A message he has chosen me to deliver. Why should the Bureau use your powers when we have Sergeant Jacob's very real skills, Mr. Rasputuna? Do not block the psychic energy coursing through me, skeptic Mikhail Karamazov. Must speak to Sergeant Jacob. Are you serious, Jacob? You want me to dim the lights? Is this some kind of good cop tactic? Actually, I think Jacob is onto something. Mind if I sit on Savita's seance? Just actually one interesting thumbnail right there. Let's go ahead and talk to Savita. Do not break the chain of physical connection, I beg of you. Never fear, Master Rasputuna, we're paying close attention to what you have to say. Mikhail Karamazov, you have a message for Sergeant Jacob. Speak through me, your spirit vessel. It is I, Mikhail Karamazov. Sergeant Jacob, I was sad of schizo, the human being. I was petty, sniveling, convincing, certain, and I deserved to die. Notice my killer was not Savita Rasputuna. You need no longer include her among your suspects. What just happened? Pulled me out of a trance? You could have killed me? Already, that's pretty lame attempt of misdirecting our attention. Since you're not a very good psychic, I'm guessing business hasn't been great, or there was something more to it. Business hasn't been great because that idiot Karamazov wouldn't help me. In order for me to become a professional psych in St. Petersburg, he was an orderly who needed to legalize my permanent, but he wouldn't. He didn't understand I was born to eat caviar, not give piano lessons, and to snot-nosed brats. And now that he's out of the way, you hope his replacement will be more understanding about the permanent. Here, let me read your promise, Rasputuna. Oh my, Sergeant Jacob, do you see those lines all in a row there? Didn't they remind you of prison bars? Thanks for letting me sit in on that interrogation, Jacob. Debunking Savita Rasputuna helped me get rid of my mind off of my mother. But is it true? Do psychics in Russia really need permits to practice? It is, and it spells a big motive for Savita Rasputuna. You can see how quickly she flew off the handle. And if Karamazov put himself between her and her livelihood, she definitely could have killed in a fit of passion. I came here to investigate Sombra, and now we're dealing with the so-called psychics? Physics? Who knows what Sombra is doing while we're trying to make sense of all of this. You're right, Jacob, there's no reason to get sloppy. We need to close this case before getting back on Sombra's road. Let's go have another swipe at the crime scene. What am I even saying right now? So we're going back to where it all started. This time around. That's obviously going to be something. Necklace. Playing card. Frame painting. And an umbrella. Could have done better, but hey, it is what it is. Well, what's this clunky old laptop doing out here on the Lermontov estate? Haven't seen one of these in a while. Wait, this was Karamazov's laptop? I bet there will be more information once you unlock it. You also found a playing card and there's some kind of weird purple stuff on it. Think you can get a sample? We've got to get going and put that killer behind bars, Jacob. Every minute we spend on this case, Summer is getting further away from us. I think we're going to be... Why is it always the ads that always interrupt me when I'm trying to state something? This is fucking bullshit. Okay. Oh shoot, that's not right. Oops. Didn't even actually... Okay. Come on. There we go! Sorry if you hear background noises over there. So you lock the victim's laptop. What is that home screen? Wait, isn't that Agrafena Raskolnikova? Why on earth would the victim have a picture of a civil liberties activist on his laptop? You're right, I bet Elliot can get to the bottom of this mystery. Let's send this laptop to him. Okay, this actually seems interesting. So we're actually gonna send it to Elliot instead of talking to Agrafena Raskolnikova. Doing a lot better with that name. Or since I actually watched a few of the videos. Spoiler alert, I'm not sure who the killer is. Okay, here we go. Oh man, I'm so bad at this. Okay. Okay. There we go. It was a bit random, but I was able to actually collect purple goo. Great, you got a sample of that purple stuff from that playing card. Thank you. This might be the job for the microscope. Okay, let's go. Purple goo. Let's go. There we go. Easy as cake. Oh wait, that's not it. This. That. They're all like the same thing. So that purple stuff from that playing card was invisible ink. It didn't look so invisible to me. Good point. If the card had been exposed to lemon juice, invisible ink would show up. Right as say. This marked card, someone was cheating. You think what I'm thinking, Jacob? We know Dmitry Lermontov played cards with the victim. And you find this decorded playing card on the Lermontov estate, where we also found the victim's body. Do you think Karamazov was cheating and Lermontov found out? We better go grill him. Okay. You're busted right there. You're busted. Mr. Lermontov, Sergeant Jacob found a marked playing card in your estate, Anne. I hope you aren't accusing me of cheating. I wasn't cheating at cards. Karamazov was. I was drunk. I bet the estate and I lost it. You lost the Lermontov estate? Just the land, or... I lost it all. The land, the mansion, my Hurlem piano, even my Borzy dog. Boy, I realized that Karamazov won my estate not by a clever bluff, but by cheating. I spelled out my caviar. Are you sure that's all you did? Of course not. There was a question of honor. I challenged Karamazov to a duel at sunrise, but he never showed. Or maybe you made sure that you win that duel by getting the jump of him. Get a comfy, Lermontov. You hadn't seen the last of Sergeant Jacob. That's really one strong motive right there. But we're gonna have to figure it out once we analyze the victim's laptop in 9 hours. This is Galaxy Nail 2026, over and out. Alright folks, we are back. Let's go and get the results from the victim's laptop. Wicked. Big find at the Lermontov estate, Jacob. I heard this model of laptop was still out there in this world, but I never thought I'd see one with my own eyes. Enough geeking out, hello man. What is the story with that home screen? Oh, that was no home screen. That was just a virus. Still trying to crack it. Every single action I tried to take gets stopped and this image pops up. Agrafena Raskolnikova basically shut down Karamazov's computer. Couldn't access anything on it. The Russian in the image is the motto of the young pioneers. See, Soviet vision of the scout means always ready. It seems that Agrafena Raskolnikova was more concerned with the victim than she claimed. Looks like we need to have another chat with her, Jacob. Okay. Let's go. The virus that you put on Karamazov's computer proves he had a vendetta against the victim, Miss Raskolnikova. It's true that I hated Mikhail Karamazov, Sergeant Jacob, more than my old piano teacher, and she used to slam my hands with the keyboard cover. Mikhail Karamazov was helping 9 Russian senators draft a law that would let the government spy on us from space with impunity. Like Lane all over again, but with better technology. Those 9 senators need Karamazov to research the legal loopholes they would need to make a law a reality. Whoa there, Agrafena, you say 9 Russian senators. Are they 9 to go? You mentioned before, so you do have a hit list. What? Wait, no, I'm not going to kill them. I was going to sell them the same virus I used on Karamazov. Well, you should get ready for some jail time if Sergeant Jacob finds out you didn't stop messing with Karamazov's computer. When I say virus, I mean like the computer virus, not the other one. Man, Jacob, nothing in this case is getting any clearer with need to get to the upper hand. Seva, the side trick, tried to obstruct the investigation, so we definitely need to keep her in the suspect pool. And Lermontov challenged the victim to a duel. That's perfectly in character for someone like him, but would he have left it at that? And a sweep of the crime scene didn't notice any hint of the murder weapon. Good point, Jacob. The killer must try to get rid of it at the same place they tried to get rid of the victim's briefcase and scarf. Let's go back to the bank bridge. So, the lions. Okay. The lions and the lions. To where we met Agrafena Raskolnikova. Let's go. Gonna do Carmen this time around because I still gotta wait an hour for Marina to be ready. Dog collar. Oh, that's interesting. A dog collar. The belt, trash can, bat, gold cross. I even noticed the dog collar was definitely going to be included in here. Please tell me that you found the murder weapon, Jacob. No? Well, good point. We can always search through this trash can. And that's the fanciest dog collar I've ever seen. I'm going to see if I can find out more about this model online. Well, what do you know? This type of collar is specifically for Boise dogs. Exactly the dog breed our killer has contact with. You're right. There's hair stuck in it. A sample could hold new information that we need to catch the killer. Okay, let's go. So I was just looking at something. Always hate the fact that, I am the fucking dogs again. It's always gonna be the dogs. Wow, they are barking like crazy. So you got the hair off that Boise collar. Let's rush it to Lars. Wow, these dogs are gonna be fucking insane. Holy crap, 9 hours. They're always gonna be barking. What's even worse is I don't have the door closed. That's a disaster. Oh! So, what do you find out of a trash can, Jacob? It looks like a brass pestle. But it's heavy and there's blood on it. This could inflict some serious damage to someone's skull. We better get this brass pestle to Angela. You're right. So it's both Angela and Lars? Interesting. We'll see you guys in 15 hours. This is Galaxy Now 2026. Over and out. Alright, folks. We are back. Let's go and get the results. And I had to grind to actually get more stars to actually get through this case. Well done, Jacob. The hair you found on the collar was from the Borzee. That's not all there was, but that's not all there was in the sample. The rest of the sample was fur from Volps, otherwise known as fox, a silver fox to be exact. Dogs, now foxes? What's next? The Russian Bigfoot?
Russian Bigfoot? You mean all minus D? Don't be silly, Carmen. The fox fur is definitely treated with balloon salts and soda ash be wearable as a garment. So we know the killer has contact with horsey dogs. Now we know that they are wearing fox fur. Well, they better not get too cozy with Jacob on their tail. So it's either going to be Lermontov or Anastasia. Before we get into that, I want to see. Yeah, it's one of the two. He has green eyes, blue eyes. Could the color of eyes actually be part of the clue? So excited to help close a case for once, Jacob. Lars let me use his lab to analyze this brass pestle with some of his equipment. Anything for you, Miss Boo. You found some good stuff, too. Hey, that rhymes. You're a poet and you didn't know it? Now hush. I have to give Jacob some good news. This brass pestle is definitely the murder weapon, Jacob. I found tiny specks of the victim's blood dried on it. Not only that, but with the force of the attack, the killer left some skin cells on the pestle. And those skin cells gave us the killer's eye color. Green. So the killer has green eyes. Well, those eyes will be shedding tears when Jacob puts the killer away. So, now that looks like we have all the goods that we need to arrest the killer and wrap up this crazy case, Jacob. Let's do this. Okay, before we actually see who it is, I'm going to check one more time to see who it is. Okay. She has green eyes, but she doesn't have fur, so that's out of the question. She has blue eyes, though. That rules her out. Dmitry Lermontov, you're busted. Guilty! Dmitry Lermontov, Sergeant Jacob is placing you under arrest for the murder of Mikhail Karamazov. Oh, is this the moment where you lay out the evidence from your investigation? I'm thrilled, Sergeant Jacob. This is not some cozy murder mystery to read behind besides the fire from your voices, Lermontov. We know it's you. I defy you. Prove it. You left caviar all over the victim's scarf for a start. Maybe Karamazov was just a slob when he ate caviar. You'll need more than that to put me on trial. And you should have left DNA all over the murder weapon. Your green eyes sealed the deal. I've played enough card tables to know you aren't bluffing. Well, Sergeant Jacob, you are 100% correct. I killed Mikhail Karamazov with a literally touch all my own. And I would kill him 1,000 times over. To get back your estate and get rid of your gambling debit? If you think this was about money, you couldn't be more wrong. I killed him for honor. He cheated at cards. Not my honor. I did it to protect Duchess Anastasia. Duchess Anastasia, the woman who thinks she's Russian royalty? You want to protect the honor of some delusional duchess? Who else would stand up for her? When I learned that Karamazov was trying to blackmail her into marriage, I cannot contain myself. I love her, you see. I don't care if she's royalty or not. I couldn't let that vermin destroy her life. Save your passion for a prison novel, Lermontov. You're under arrest. Dmitry Lermontov, you stand accused of murdering Mikhail Karamazov by bashing in his skull with a brass pestle. You deserve every blow and many more besides. Ah, you see? That's where we disagree. Karamazov may have been a petty paper pusher, holding what little power he had to ruin people's lives. But that is not a justification for murder. If it were, no country would have a functional government. As a result for our disagreement, Mr. Lermontov, this court hereby sentences you to 25 years in prison. That is a lot. Oh, my beautiful Anastasia, will I ever see her again? Given the amounts of Dmitry Lermontov's various bank accounts, I doubt he'll be in prison for a full 25 years, but justice was served. Now, at least we can get back to Chase and Sombra. We must find out what information they purchased after the Cosmora security breach. Sombra has a head start, and I hate playing catch-up, Jacob. Let's get back on their trail. Alright guys, that is going to wrap up Chapter 3. We'll see you guys in Darkness Descends 2 of 6. This is Galaxy Now 2026. Over and out.